Dylan, have you interacted with an AI customer support recently and like noticeably noticed that it's AI?
No,
I don't know. That intro was bad.
that's okay. Guys, have faith in us. Keep watching. Believe us. It's good. I don't think I have, honestly. I don't think I have interacted with an AI.
That means you've just interacted with the good ones, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I haven't either. I had one that I was like, that could have been AI, but I couldn't tell. But I found this article from The Guardian, and well, the title is How Do People in the US Describe Customer Service in 2026? Debilitating, depressing, and enraging.
I think
So
that hasn't changed really, though.
true. It's always kind of been that, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple companies that are really good at it. And whenever you find it, when there's a company and you have a good experience with their customer service, you'll rave about it because it's so
Yeah.
rare. So it's almost better that it's bad because
Yeah,
then if
or
you do
you
it
just
well,
don't even like you don't think about it when you think of customer service because it's so smooth it doesn't stay in your brain.
maybe.
Like Amazon returns, I feel like well, I don't know, like that's something that's so easy to do that
Yeah.
I never
You don't
even think about it.
appreciate how good it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just want to go through this article and look at some of these examples. It says the top takeaway is people really, really don't like AI customer service. So, one of the major issues that the readers that responded to this question had was they would get stuck in these loops where they couldn't get out of the automated chatbot to
Mm.
actually get to where they need to be. They called it an endless doom loop, which is a massive time suck and a steep hurdle to resolving the problems. So I feel like we've talked about this before. If you are incorporating one of these AI customer service agents or chatbots, you have to have a manual escalate to human
Yeah.
option to get the customer, if they do get in one of these loops, break them free.
Or build it into the AI so that it knows when to escalate. I feel like a lot of issues probably come from the AI not knowing to escalate or not having tools in place or just
Yeah.
bad engineering.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like I would want to go further just in case and let the human control it, but maybe.
Maybe after a couple turns,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
after 3
Keep them in the
messages.
loop for a little bit.
Yeah. I did think of a story where I had to interact with AI for a
Yeah,
business thing.
let's hear it.
Now? Okay. I had to sign up for a HubSpot account to help out with a project. I don't use HubSpot, but I need to do some research. So I signed up for HubSpot and their whole onboarding is AI. So you don't log in and like give it your name, like in an input. You don't tell it you don't click a bunch of checkboxes and fill out inputs. It feels
Mm.
like you're in ChatGPT. And it's very interesting that I guess this isn't customer service, but it kind of is because HubSpot's been very quick on the customer service route. Like you could just message them on their website and it says, hey, I'm whatever AI, and it does pretty good. It's a good search. But that onboarding experience was very good. It felt like since everybody's in ChatGPT, like most people are in ChatGPT, they made the interface somewhat like that.
Right.
And it was pretty good. This isn't like I'm a frustrated customer trying to return something or get this process fixed, but that was a good experience. I haven't had an experience where I was stuck and needed
Y-
a
Do you
real
feel like that
human.
was easier than like the old school way of filling out all the fields in the forms?
I think so. It felt more just natural conversationally, other than like, I feel like it's more exhausting to see a big form, or even if it's a couple of steps, like multi-step, it's exhausting versus just feeling like you're texting or emailing or something. It's just
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll just get back to this whenever I can,
Did did you go like verify afterwards? Did it get everything correct from your
Yeah. I mean, it
conversation?
essentially in the back end, it was filling out a form.
Hmm.
It's just the experience, the interface for it was right, but it was so dynamic that it would adjust. Like I didn't have to choose company type. It said, tell me about your business. And then it pre-selected company type and that was right.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Well, hey, good job, HubSpot.
Yeah. Good job, HubSpot.
And if you want a free week of HubSpot, please go to. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Coming back to this article, I do want to preface a lot of this doesn't seem directly AI. So they're just kind of seems like they're just complaining about customer service, kind of like what you said.
Yeah.
It's
Just in
always been
general.
bad.
Yeah.
But this one healthcare executive wrote into the Guardian saying like she spent an entire day trying to reach a human to resolve a like $600 fraud charge on her AT&T bill, and she just wasn't able to get through AT&T's automations to actually reach a human to get it resolved. Another one is the same thing with FedEx. Someone's trying to get their package rerouted and
Mm.
says they spent days just trying to get that rerouted, multiple phone calls, emails, and I guess they were routed through a couple different companies. So I feel like there's a lot of examples like this, but I think like the main takeaway is AI could definitely boost a lot of this Like, you don't need to be on the phone for hours. The AI should be able to get you to where you need to be quickly.
Yeah.
Like, AI should be a benefit to customer service. This article does say many of these people who wrote in were in their 60s and 70s. So it
Yeah.
could be like a technology
Yeah.
gap there, just not being familiar with how to navigate these AI systems.
Yeah.
Which, I
There's
mean, I feel
this
like that's a big concern because usually they say go online to get customer service, but if you can't figure it out, just call. But now, if calling is also kind of a
online.
technology,
Yeah.
yeah, then for people that don't know how to navigate it, that could be an issue.
Yeah. Yeah. I was skimming this article. Someone had a printer issue. I feel like there's no way an AI can fix a printer, dude.
Yeah,
Printers are a pain.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel bad for HP, man. Like, you got to have those printer experts on staff. You can't, like, maybe the AI will make it better eventually, but dude, it's so weird. First
yeah,
off, you got a printer problem, just turn it off and back on. Like,
yeah. Just
you
stop printing. We don't need to print anymore.
just email it.
This article says there's a 35-year-old software engineer who wrote, "There's no compelling reason to want to stay in this country anymore. The products that we buy are garbage and don't last or need an app to use." So I guess this guy feels like it's a USA thing, but
Yeah, I don't know why they're going so America on this. Who wrote this article?
it's from The Guardian. I mean, it's basically
Guardian.
just they opened up a survey and people wrote in. So obviously the people writing in are going to be complaining about
Yeah.
various things about customer service. But yeah, I mean, I just felt like this is a real thing you should be careful about if you're implementing one of these, and you just need to kind of preemptively solve these issues before an actual customer ends up not being able to get the help they need when they're
Yeah.
trying to call you.
Yeah. So I've got 3 rules you can follow. We're going listicle. We're going
Let's go.
takeaways. All right. Rule number 1 is data. You have to have data to teach the AI what it needs to know. You wouldn't have somebody on your company that didn't go through orientation and learn about everything. If it doesn't have the right data, it's like you have a coffee shop and you bring in a new barista for every order. So data. Number 2 is whenever you start building your customer chat. Thank you for the clap. Number 2 is whenever you start building this customer chatbot, this customer service thing, is build it in with a strategy to hand it off to a human.
Yes.
So it has to have the human reachable. I had a third thing right before I started saying all this, and now I forgot it. See, it was data. It was escalate to a human. Yeah, we'll say it's 2. I had a third one at some point. I was thinking midway through that I should have written these down before I started.
No, trick them. It was always a list of 2. There was never a third one.
Gaslight the
You
listener.
misheard.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I never said 3. Crazy. But yeah, those are 2 really big things. Maybe the third one is like expect it to be 80% effective.
Yeah.
If it's a little bit better than it was before, that's a success. It's going to take time. It's never going to be 100%. You really don't want it to be 100% because part of what makes you is you. So you want your customer to interact with you. There's even stories, if I can go down a tangent, I think it's like a high-end hotel chain where their culture, like these are people who are like their career is like service, like they are like, I don't want to say butlers, but like they are like very much, it's a lot of money per night to stay at this hotel chain. And the people that work there are like very much like, I serve people. That's my thing. They had a culture of it's like liking when things mess up because it was an opportunity to like show the customer who you really are and impress them.
Mm.
And so that's a valuable thing to think about with customer service. It's like see every hiccup, like you almost want there to be a hiccup so that you can show how much you care.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And so like build that into the strategy of like, it's going to happen. It's just like if you were preparing to go on like a hike, you don't go, or a better analogy is like when I was younger, my dad was into hunting. So I took like a hunting course and went hunting. Every time, like when you go hunting, you assume like you have to pack like a day's worth of water. I'm sure you and like the Cub Scouts or whatever, like probably learned this.
Cub Scouts, Eagle
What's
Scout,
your
by the way.
Eagle Scout, by the way, don't mean to flex, but like I feel like if you're gonna do that, you prepare for the worst case scenario. Like you pack extra water, you have like an emergency snack. Like that's so if you prepare for that, like why would you build a business that people rely on without some kind of measures in place for when it's not everything's not ideal? Like part of your business, like the reason your business exists is it solves a problem. So problems are gonna pop up. So yeah, it has to be built into your model.
Yeah.
Tangent over.
Yeah. The Boy Scout motto is be prepared. So
Words to live by.
yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
No, I think you summed it up pretty well there. So I think we
Thanks.
can go ahead and wrap this one.
Let's wrap. Okay. Thank you for listening to another episode of Infacto Daily. If you found this helpful, go to infactodigital.com and we put all of these episodes in a blog. And if you want summaries of these put into your email almost every day at 9 a.m. so that you can be informed in front of everybody else on AI, you can sign up for our email newsletter, link in the description, as well as on our website. A lot of people that sign up for our newsletter end up, their families like, you're the AI expert now, you're the person, whatever. It's like, family get-togethers. People are like, so what do you think about AI now? Because they just know that you talk about it all the time and you're freshly educated on all the latest stuff. It's because you listen to Infacto Daily and you read our emails. So go check that out.
Yeah, and you can tell them it's the bots. It's the daily battle with the stupid, useless, brain-dead bots on the phone. Infuriating, exhausting, debilitating, depressing, and enraging.
Did you do a word cloud on that blog post, on that article?
Yeah. If you enjoyed this episode, you want to support the Infacto Daily podcast directly, the best way to do that right now is to just recommend it to one person you know in your personal life. A personal recommendation goes a lot farther than someone just finding our video in their feed. So that means a lot to us.
Yeah, if you're about to hit the share button on this, if you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or YouTube and you're hitting the share button, continue to do that. But also, that doesn't count as a share. Tell your mom. Don't tell your mom unless she runs a business and cares about AI. But tell your buddy who's got a business down on Main Street. Tell your friends, hey, these guys know what they're talking about. I think they can help you. At the very least, we're a good podcast to listen to while you're trying to sleep. So
yes.
yeah. All right. See you tomorrow. Peace out.
Bye. Bye.